The Genius Club with Prairie Pine. Chapter 15. Mystery Murder. Alex slipped the rubber band off his wrist and put on his mask. From this moment on, he was a cryptography expert. He had to get to Big Face Cat before the real expert, CC, showed up and steal the man out from under her nose. He glanced toward the spot where Big Face Cat had parked. Sure enough, a burly figure was loitering there, craning his neck this way and that, his face hidden behind the familiar Rhine cat mask. Alex strode over. Big Face Cat. Huh? Big Face Cat spun around in surprise. Seeing the Ultraman mask on Alex's face, he frowned in confusion. How do you know my name? I never told anyone. Listen to me, Big Face Cat. Alex pressed forward, closing the distance between them. I don't just know your name. I also know you're planning to kill everyone else later and take all the money for yourself. I never planned that. Big Face Cat blurted out. But the truth is, that cryptography expert lied to you, Alex said. There's not a single cent in the bank vault. You're just a pawn in her game. Who the hell are you? Watching the Ultraman masked figure advancing on him with such intensity, Big Face Cat panicked. His right hand darted toward his waist. Snap. Got. A hand clamped down hard on the grip of his gun. Ultraman pressed up close to the Rhine cat. Alex stared straight into Big Face Cat's frantic eyes. If you want to avenge your daughter, you'll do exactly as I say. I know where the real money is in this city. You know about my daughter too? Big Face Cat was completely dumbfounded, his voice cracking with shock. Swish! Alex snatched the pistol from Big Face Cat's waist and slid it into his own pocket. Get in the van! The van rumbled along the highway. Big Face Cat kept darting glances between the rear-view mirror and the Ultraman masked man beside him. Beep, bro. He swallowed hard. What's really going on here? Will you just tell me straight? Are you even the real cryptography expert or not? Alex opened his eyes and sat up straight. I'm not. Then why the hell? Big Face Cat's face flushed with anger. But I can get you the money you need to avenge your daughter. Brother, you've got my full attention. Big Face Cat gripped the steering wheel, all ears now. That so-called cryptography expert who contacted you, did she tell you there's a fortune in the bank vault? Yeah. She said there are gold bars too. She lied to you. There's nothing in there, just safes. She's using you to break through the bank's security system. And once you're no longer useful, she'll probably blow your brains out without a second thought. You're just spouting all this stuff. How am I supposed to believe you? Big Face Cat threw his hands up in frustration. I'm here to save you, Big Face Cat, Alex said. Once we get inside the vault, you'll see for yourself. Check if there's any money there with your own eyes. Why would you bother saving me then? Big Face Cat turned to look at him. Alex let out a long sigh and rubbed his nose through the mask. Let's just say it's not exactly saving you. I have my own agenda. I need you to follow my orders later and help me take down CC. Oh. TCA's the name of the real cryptography expert. But I've got 2 questions. Big Face Cat raised a hand. Shoot. If there's no real cryptography expert, how the hell are we supposed to get into the bank vault? Don't worry. Alex smiled faintly. I'm better than any expert. It'll take me 10 seconds tops. No way you're that good. Big Face Cat's voice cracked again in astonishment. And, fine, I won't ask how you know about my daughter. But is it really true? Can you actually get me the money to avenge her? Alex nodded. Yeah, there are plenty of places to score big in this city. Loads of cash, jewelry, gold bars. Way safer and more efficient than robbing a bank. I've been around this city a long time. I know exactly how to get my hands on that stuff without taking any unnecessary risks. But he glanced at his watch. We're definitely not going to have time for that today, though. I'll take you tomorrow. One more day isn't going to kill me. Big-faced Cat laughed heartily as he turned the steering wheel. Tomorrow it is. Today I'm your man, brother. You say jump? I ask how high. Before long, they reached their destination. The van pulled over to the curb, the bank standing directly across the street. A man dressed in black was fiddling with the front door lock. Big-faced Cat nodded out the window. My boy's already cracking the bank's door lock. Let's go. Hold on. Alex grabbed his arm, stopping him from getting out of the van. Actually, there's something I've been curious about. What's that, your daughter? Alex looked up at him. Big-faced Cat's eyes flickered, and he quickly turned his gaze away. I know she died when she was 6 years old. That she was murdered. Alex's voice was soft. Can you tell me who killed her? I just can't wrap my head around it. Why would anyone target a 6-year-old little girl? Big-faced Cat stared out the window, saying nothing. He pulled a cigarette out of the pack, stuck it in his mouth, and lit it with a lighter. The upside having a big face, he often thought, was that he could still smoke even while wearing a mask. I know this is painful for you, Brotherface. Must be a terrible memory, but you really should tell me. Alex pressed on gently. Like you've seen, I know a lot of things about this city. I knew the cryptography expert was lying to you. I knew the vault was empty, and I knew about your daughter. Maybe I can actually help you. Not just with the money, but with more than that. Smoke filled the van, thick enough to make it feel like a fairyland. Actually, it's not like it's some big secret anyway. Big-faced Cat exhaled a long stream of white smoke and flicked the ash off his cigarette. He nodded at the clock on the dashboard. But we're running out of time. Don't worry about that, just talk. Alex could practically taste the answer he had been after for so long. One. He wasn't about to let this chance slip through his fingers. He patted his chest confidently. Trust me, Brotherface. I've robbed this bank more times than I can count. I know the place like the back of my hand. No matter how long you take, I'll make up for it by getting us in and out in a flash later. It all happened so many years ago. Big-faced Cat sighed, hanging his head low. Even the Rhine cat mask seemed to take on a mournful look. Back then, my father, you probably won't believe this. Look at me now, but my dad was a famous mathematician back in the day. He even won the Fields Medal. I was working a dead-end job back then, so my daughter usually stayed with him. One night, she suddenly had a high fever and started convulsing. My dad picked her up and ran straight for the hospital. But then, his voice trembled, thick with emotion. Then there was an accident. A huge truck ran them both over, crushed them. Big-faced Cat's voice cracked, and he couldn't go on. He took a couple of harsh drags on his cigarette, pausing to collect himself. It took me forever to find out the truth. It wasn't an accident at all. It was murder. A cold-blooded, premeditated murder. They only wanted to kill my father. My daughter was just collateral damage. I have no idea why. My dad was just a bookish old man. He never hurt a fly in his life. Alex patted him on the shoulder. Who wanted to kill your father? When you say they, does that mean it wasn't just one person? It was an organization. Big Face Cat exhaled a cloud of smoke. A really mysterious one, so secretive that there's not a single trace of evidence to find. I've been digging for years, but all I've got is a name. Nothing else. He crushed the cigarette butt under his heel, grinding his teeth so hard it looked like his jaw might break. The name of the organization is Namefel. Enda Alai Antale. The Genius Club. Nanans.